Okay, with question 12, it says express 700 as a product of its prime factors in index form. So keyword there is prime, yeah? We're looking at the prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So see if you can remember these. Those are the first 5 prime numbers, and usually that's all you need, okay? And some of these are going to be factors of 700, okay? That's why they then focus in on prime factors, okay? So 700's got a lot of factors, but the ones we're interested in are the prime ones, the prime factors. So 2, for instance, is a factor of 700. We know that because it goes into 700s even. But more importantly, it's a prime factor, yeah, because 2 is a prime number. Now, when we do this, right, we can use this ladder method, which essentially is like the bus stop method, but upside down. So if you think of the bus stop method, we draw the bus stop like that. Now we're doing it upside down. And we put what we divided by on the outside. So we're going to go with 2, because 2 divides into 700, and more importantly, it's prime. So 2 into 7 goes 3 times, but there's a remainder of 1, isn't it? So we write that next then to that 0. 2 into 10 goes 5 times exactly, and 2 into 0 goes 0 times. So you've got 350. All right? We go again, right? So we do another bus stop, and we're going to divide this. Okay, now it's 350. So we'll start now with a number that goes into 350, that's also prime, so 2 again. 2 goes into 3 once, with remainder 1. Okay, 2 into 15 goes 7 times, but again that leaves a remainder of 1, and 2 into 10 goes 5 times, so we've got 175. So we go again with the bus stop. Now in this next instance, of course 175 isn't an even number, so 2 won't go into it, but 5 will, yeah, and 5 is a prime number, so 5 goes into it. 5 into 1 doesn't go, so carry it. 5 into 17 goes 3 times, with a remainder of 2, yeah, because it makes 15, so there's 2 left over. 5 into 25 goes 5 times, exactly, 35. Which prime number goes into 35? Well, of course, it's 5, isn't it? 5 into 35 goes 7 times. And then, what prime number goes into 7? Well, 7 is a prime number, so 7 goes into 7, doesn't it, once? All right? When we end up with 1, we're finished, and we've got now our prime factors here, okay? And when it says product, product just means multiply, okay? So all you've got to do is you need to multiply these together, and it will give you 700. Okay, now you don't need to work this out because it should work out to be 700. You can check if you want. It's a good method maybe to check. But if you've done this properly, these multiply together, these numbers here multiply together will give me 700. And that's why it is important, because that word product, you do need to put a multiply between them. Okay, you can't just leave them as it is here. Okay, you won't get full marks if you just leave it like that. Don't put commas or anything silly like that. They've got to be multiplied. Then it says in index form. Okay, so in index form, we're going to write these in terms of powers. 2 times 2 is 2 to the power 2, because there's 2 of them. 5 times 5 is 5 to the power 2, because there's 2 of them, times 7. And now we've got it in index form. In part B, it says the number, this massive number here, 33 million or something, is equal to 2 to the power 25. Explain how this tells you that this big number is not a square number. Now what they've done here is they've actually written this big number in terms of its prime factorization, right? They've done what we've done up here, but to a really big number, okay? And it would take ages to do this, but that's all it is, okay? There's no 5s, there's no 7s, there's no 3s, it's just 2 to the power 25, okay? But when it's in index form, we can easily tell whether it's a square number. If it was just like that, and they just told me that, I couldn't tell you whether it was square or not. I don't know, it's such a big number. But when you've got it in index form, you could easily see. And in this case, you can see it's not square, because if you look at the power is odd, okay? And if the power is odd, it cannot be square, okay? So we just simply say the power is odd, okay? So it can't be square. Okay, so for it to be square, the powers, okay, because sometimes you have more than one, must all be even. Okay, they must all be even. Now going back to this case up here, straight away I can see that this is not a square number. 700 is not a square number. Because when you look at the powers, well, that's even, great. That's even, great. but all the powers must be even. What's this power here? Power 1. That's not even. So all the powers must be even for it to be square. This isn't square, and neither is this, because it's odd.